Hello and welcome to the Needs Languages YouTube channel. I'm really glad you're here today. I hope you subscribe below if you haven't. Currently, I am working on a new book called it's on dark personalities. I figured with all the stuff going on right now, we're having a lot of shows on murders and a lot of people want to know about dark personalities, and we do. We're curious, and we have to know how to protect ourselves. Also, healing from it is super important. I am finishing up real quick my other book, which is compiling all four of my books together. I've got a lot of research, and there's just got to be a little more editing going on in that book. So let me get to the Hatched Hitchhiker. That's new on Netflix. Kai. What personality type is he communicating? Now, I'm only giving you a small snippet because there's so much more to it. And you're going to have to wait till the book comes out. I will talk a little bit about Kai in the book. And I will talk a little bit about it, but there is also another piece that we are discovering in dark personalities that we have to bring in. We're bringing in someone else's model that we've found is huge key to understanding things, and we've also bringing in love languages because that also plays a factor. That's not necessarily personality, but it's how we accept and receive love, and it really does play a huge factor because that can get damaged and you can heal it. So, but let's go into our model, because that is really the basis of this, and why we have the needs languages. And the needs languages is really about our, it's really a big, big component in how we connect. Well, as I was watching Kai, I was going, I instantly knew what personality he was communicating. Very, very interesting. So one of the things is there was a lot of warning signs with Kai, and people were saying that who were around him, and there would be, if you were living on the streets, there would be. And because you're always surviving. So we would call Kai as someone who was communicating right value. Now, just a quick review. There's 4 different types. This is based on Hippocrates, and we've changed the words a little bit because no one's going to go, "Hey, sanguine, how are you?" Or "I want to be more sanguine today." It kind of sounds like penguin to me. And not only that, how are you going to spell sanguine? I mean, it's like Sanguine or phlegmatic. I mean, come on, these are Greek words. They're just really, but when I say the word right, you have an idea of what right is. So I'm just going to go over the 2 that Kyle is. If you want more information, you can go back and look through my other videos. So Kyle, we would call, is a right value, an RV. And the reason we say RVs is because RVs usually they're up for a challenge because they're thinking to feel, feeling to think. That's just what it is. And when we say right, please don't put a comment below saying, "I don't like that word." What, do you want to be wrong? I have this discussion all the time with people, and it's usually older people. And then they go, "Well, right is about finding the best. Right is about conceptualizing, always looking for the best. Value isn't about finding a value. It isn't about everybody's not valuable. Everybody or morals and values. Value is about finding what is cost or benefit. You cannot make a decision whether you find a cost or a benefit. That's what it's about. So when you look at a store, when you go to a store, you're trying to find the best value for something. You cannot make a decision when you're a value person unless you feel a cost or a benefit. That's what it's about. So that's why he's thinking, feeling, thinking, feeling. And that's a real challenging place to be. So when we were watching Kai, that's what he was speaking. And so if you have any sort of shattering or any sort of struggles in your life, you're going to have more challenges. And so these were some of the things that we noticed with Kai. And this is what started to make him more of a dark personality. And there were other things that made him very likable. And that's where you would have to check out my book, and we're going to explain more of that around body language and words and why dark personalities become likable, because not all RVs are dark personalities. Majority of people in this world, one of the most common personalities are right values. And we need them because they're people like Martin. When they're healthy, they're people like Martin Luther King. They're people like Abe Lincoln, and they will challenge systems. But when they're not healthy, watch out. And they can be some very dark personalities. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because that's new and out there. And if you have questions, please let me know. If you want to sign up for our mailing list, so when that book comes out, so you can really discover how Kai was able to tap in and really, really connect into our world, where people are just like really excited and following him, and why was he so funny, and those things. We can explain more of why. So on that note, because we always try and end on a note, because I'm a musician, I like to end on a note. I'll see you next time. Bye.